A royal bombshell heard around the world. Let's just get straight to it. There was no birth. Those four words, allegedly uttered by a senior palace insider, have triggered an international media firestorm, shattered long-held beliefs about the Duke and Duchess of Sussex's children, and sent royal watchers, skeptics, and loyalists into a collective frenzy. If you felt the ground shake last week, it wasn't an earthquake. It was the internet breaking again. As rumors spiraled and new evidence emerged suggesting Meghan Markle was never pregnant. Yes, never. As in, the baby bump? Fake. The hospital birth? Faked. The entire birth narrative? Allegedly fabricated. Before we continue, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell for updates. It sounds like something out of a Netflix thriller, except this is the real-life drama of one of the most scrutinized royal couples in modern history. So what exactly is the palace saying now? And more importantly, what are they not saying? Buckle up, because this isn't just a tabloid scandal. It's a story of deception, cover-ups, whispered truths, and a royal reckoning that might shake the monarchy to its very core. The fairy tale unravels. How we got here. Once upon a time, Meghan Markle was hailed as a modern-day Cinderella, an American actress, humanitarian, and divorcee. She defied royal tradition by marrying Prince Harry in 2018, capturing hearts across the globe. Soon after, the couple announced their pregnancy. Cue worldwide celebration. But as the months unfolded, keen observers began to notice oddities. The baby bump seemed to change size dramatically from one event to the next. There were strange angles and photographs. Meghan was seen squatting in high heels in her third trimester, a move most pregnant women would find nearly impossible. Paparazzi snapped her bending down swiftly, hopping into SUVs without effort, and even clutching her belly in a way that some claimed was performative. Still, most shrugged it off as media nitpicking. After all, the press had hounded Diana. They were simply doing the same to Meghan, right? Until now. From conspiracy to confirmation, the palace's unexpected statement. For years, speculation simmered in the corners of the internet. Forums, YouTube exposés, TikTok sleuths. Words like moon bump and surrogate floated around. But the mainstream media stayed silent. Then, in a twist no one saw coming, a palace spokesperson recently issued a comment during a routine press briefing that caught everyone off guard. All official records are in accordance with royal protocol. However, certain events may not have occurred in the traditional manner as previously portrayed. Read between the lines. That's not a denial. And when pressed further, insiders whispered what royal watchers have suspected for years. Meghan Markle may never have been pregnant. Not with Archie, not with Lilibet. Instead, according to emerging claims, both children were reportedly born via surrogates. The public? Never told. The palace? Supposedly complicit. Why would such a monumental fact be hidden? A royal image at stake. Why the lie, allegedly, happened? Let's put ourselves in the palace's shoes for a second. The British monarchy has always stood on three pillars: image, tradition, and lineage. Pregnancy and birth aren't just biological, they're symbolic. A royal baby represents continuity, legitimacy, the future of the crown. Now imagine introducing the first biracial duchess into this rigid institution. Meghan's very presence was already shaking things up. So, when the time came to announce a royal baby, perhaps the expectation was that everything appear traditional. Surrogacy? Still taboo in many royal circles, especially if not publicly acknowledged. Some royal commentators now believe the palace and the Sussexes agreed to conceal the surrogate narrative, not necessarily out of malice, but to protect the image of normalcy. But in doing so, did they betray the public's trust? The clues we all missed, a retrospective look. With the palace's vague admission now on record, internet sleuths are revisiting key moments that once seemed harmless and now appear downright suspicious. The bump that slid. In one now viral video, Meghan's baby bump appears to shift unnaturally as she bends down. The absence of hospital photos. Unlike Kate Middleton, who proudly posed on the hospital steps hours after giving birth, Meghan and Harry released filtered black and white photos days later. Birth certificate oddities. Lilibet's certificate listed a California hospital, but no medical staff ever confirmed the delivery, unusual for a royal birth. No baby shower claims. Insiders revealed Meghan didn't undergo the usual prenatal protocols. No public prenatal appointments. No hospital admissions seen. No known OB/GYNs attached. Are these coincidences or cover-ups? Public reaction, betrayal, or sympathy? Social media is split. Some fans remain fiercely loyal. She had every right to keep it private, one Twitter user wrote. Surrogacy doesn't change her role as a mother. But others feel duped. This isn't about surrogacy, another posted. It's about lying. She made millions off that narrative. Netflix, Oprah, books, all based on a false premise. And indeed, Meghan's pregnancy journey was a central theme in their brand. From the Oprah interview, "I was suicidal during pregnancy," to Netflix's Harry and Meghan documentary, the story of motherhood was front and center. So, if that story wasn't true, or was at least misrepresented, what else have we been misled about? The legal implications, fraud, contracts, and royal titles. Let's talk money and law. Two areas where the truth really matters. If Meghan and Harry knowingly misled the public about their pregnancies and monetized that narrative, could they face legal consequences? Potentially, yes. Netflix and Spotify deals. If contracts were signed under the assumption that the couple was sharing their personal experiences, and those experiences were fabricated, it could open the door to breach of contract or misrepresentation claims. Royal titles. Archie and Lilibet's right to royal titles stems from royal bloodline. If the surrogate was not of royal lineage, does that impact their entitlement? Citizenship and visa issues. Could falsified birth records affect Archie's or Harry's immigration status in the US or UK? It's a legal minefield. And the silence from Meghan and Harry's camp only fuels the speculation. Meghan's silence speaks volumes. Let's be honest, Meghan Markle has never been one to stay quiet. She's written op-eds, produced documentaries, launched podcasts, and taken on the British media with fierce resolve. She even read a children's book aloud for Archie's birthday on live stream. So, her radio silence amid these bombshell allegations? It's deafening. Some say she's preparing a lawsuit. Others believe she's scrambling behind the scenes to contain the fallout. Either way, her absence from the narrative is only making things worse. Because when the public asks, "Why won't you just say it wasn't a surrogate?" and there's no answer, people draw their own conclusions. What about Harry, the prince who knew too much? Let's not forget, Harry lived through this. If Meghan did fake a pregnancy, Harry either was complicit, in which case, he too deceived the public and the monarchy, or was misled, which raises troubling questions about their relationship dynamics. Neither option is flattering. Some insiders claim Harry's recent mental health struggles, erratic interviews, tell-all memoirs, estrangement from family, may stem from guilt over the lie. Others believe he went along with it willingly to escape the shadow of his mother, Diana, and carve out his own narrative. Regardless, he now finds himself at a crossroads: defend Meghan and face the backlash, or come clean and risk losing everything. The palace's next move: damage control or detonation. As public trust teeters, Buckingham Palace must decide: will they close ranks and protect the institution, or allow transparency to restore credibility? Some reports suggest King Charles is furious, not just at Meghan and Harry, but at the courtiers who let this deception go on for years. Others claim Princess Catherine has been privately vindicated, having long suspected something was amiss. If the palace comes forward with full disclosure, hospital records, timelines, surrogacy agreements, it could reshape royal protocols for generations. But if they continue to obfuscate, this scandal could explode beyond repair. What this means for the future of the monarchy. Let's zoom out for a second. This isn't just about Meghan. It's about how modern institutions handle truth, narrative, and the hunger for relatability. The Sussexes sold a story that millions clung to. Not just because it was royal, but because it felt human. A working mom, a troubled pregnancy, a biracial baby breaking barriers. People wanted it to be true. And now, with that foundation shaken, the monarchy faces an identity crisis. Can it survive in an age of instant exposure and viral receipts? More importantly, should it? Final thoughts: truth, trust, and the power of the narrative. Whether you believe Meghan Markle faked her pregnancy or not, one truth is undeniable. The way this story was handled eroded trust. trust in the monarchy, trust in media, trust in motherhood narratives and public figures. And yet, maybe there's a silver lining. Maybe this scandal will force public institutions to be more transparent. Maybe it will destigmatize surrogacy. Maybe it will remind us all to question what we're shown, especially when it's beautifully packaged. Because at the end of the day, truth isn't always glamorous, but it's always powerful. Call to action. What do you believe? Now it's your turn. Do you think Meghan Markle lied about being pregnant? Do you feel betrayed? Or do you support her right to privacy? Let us know in the comments. Share this article with a friend who loves a good royal mystery. And don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the stories behind the headlines. Because in today's world, the truth isn't just hidden. Sometimes, it's dressed in designer maternity wear.